Hello, this is Deborah from Arts Debz Style. Yesterday I found some purple plastic egg trays in a shop and I decided to bring them home and try them out with some clay. This is just air dried clay to see if I could make a shell design out of it and make my own features on the front of it. Now in the tray, all I've done is I didn't want to try oil, so I'm experimenting here. All I did was drop some flour in and move it around, and then later I've just tipped the excess in the bin and I'm left with the tray with some flour in it. I just wanted to see if that would loosen up the clay. When it dries it will loosen up too, but I just wanted to lift it out of the trays a bit better. So I'm having an experiment there. I just didn't want to put oil on it. So all I've got is a tiny little roller, some air dry clay, and I'm just going to flatten it out. And I'm not too worried about the wrinkles and patterns in it because the piece I'm going to paint over it. So I've got a little roller, a little handy knife so I can keep cutting off my blocks of clay. The eggshell is a little bit smaller than this, what I'm going to put it in. So I'm just going to get rid of the excess because it's going to make it harder to work on the tray. So all I've been doing is putting the clay, just sitting it in and pushing it around. And I have no idea how long it's going to take to dry, especially when we've got, it's a rainy day today, and they may be forecasting some more rain. But whenever it dries is whenever it dries. So I'm just cutting off the excess here. And I'm hoping these little trays are something exciting to continue to work with. So all I'm doing, it looks a bit like a cooking activity, like some pastry or something. I'm just going to flatten around this a bit. Now to get that flat like the others, all I'm doing is getting the palette knife and I'm just scraping off the excess. And then I'm going to go around and just tidy it up, push it out a little bit so to make sure it is reaching the edges, and give it a bit of a tidy up around the outside, smoothing it off. Now some of these little bits, when they dry, I can probably give them a sand off to make them a bit smoother at the end. So I don't think I'm going to be doing them totally neat, but to save all that sanding at the end, that if I can avoid it, I want to. But with the air dry clay, it works quick, even though it is a rainy day, there's no breeze coming in my window. The clay does dry out quick, so the thing is to work with it quick. Know that you can do a small quick project before it starts to dry out. I have done other things where It has gotten windy, a bit dry, and I've added some water to my work, and at the end of it I knew it was going to dry out too quickly for my liking, so I actually added a lot more water, and I put a cloth over it and kept it wet overnight just to slow down that drying process, that my pieces wouldn't crack. So I'm going to go along and do all these and see how I go. So all I had was this new plate I'm experimenting with, some air dry clay. So I've got some white, and I've also got some terracotta colour. I had a cute little roller in the kids stuff, and it's come in very handy for this small little work. A palette knife, just a kitchen knife, and for later on when I have some detailing, I'll just have some little utensils and some other pottery tools to get along. And while I was in the kitchen, I found these little plastic scoops I don't use in the kitchen. I've got metal ones, but the little round part in them, I might end up using that for something else, even though it's got a little dot in the middle. I'm just thinking these shapes might be good for something I make in craft. So all I did was put a bit of flour in the bottom of this and put the clay in. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if I'm able to lift. Hopefully the clay will dry, shrink, and it will come out easily. I did not want to put oil or anything in there, so we'll see how we go. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video for when they dry, when they come out, and how I'm going to decorate the fronts of them. Bye.